Hi, it's Kim Frederick from Sales for Non-Salespeople. Today, in this video, I would like to talk with you about sales confidence. Virtually nobody has sales confidence when they get started, but it's something that we all need if we are in fact going to be successful at connecting our products and services as a solution to our clients and customers. Remember, nobody likes to be sold. We do like to buy, especially once we've identified that we have a problem. We think maybe we have an inkling as to what the solution might be. Sometimes we actually know what that solution is. And then we're looking for a way to buy that solution. But we don't want to be sold. Nobody likes that. And that's part of the reason why selling is so uncomfortable for you and just about everybody else. So how can you find your sales confidence? Let's just think for a minute about an experience you may have had being sold. I guarantee you've had a negative selling experience where you were being on the receiving end of that. So I have lots of examples, as I'm sure you do, but my favorite one is when I had somebody trying to, every time I go get an oil change, and I walk in and they sit me down and they say, "Oh yes, madam, you need this, 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 and this," and then I immediately think, do I? Do I really need to have my radiator flushed? Do I really need a new air filter? Do I really need the super grade of oil? And then what usually happens is I end up calling my husband because I don't know. And I don't trust the people who are recommending these things because they're selling me, right? Feels uncomfortable. So what about being sold and knowing you're being sold and enjoying the experience? I've had that happen as well. I met this wonderful woman at a cycling event that I was participating in, and I had no intention of purchasing any new cycle gear. This woman was so great about talking about her product and the problems that it solved and being really personable and helping to make sure that when I tried it on that it fit properly. And no, actually, this size would work better for you. She was so helpful that even though I didn't really have a need, I thought, you know, actually, I think this makes sense. It's something I can use, and I certainly will purchase. And I did. And that was an enjoyable selling experience. What's the difference between those two selling experiences? Can you see what it is? I'm going to probably point out that what it is the difference between somebody getting to know me a little bit and understanding my needs and asking some questions about what I currently use, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and where are the gaps in what I'm using currently, as compared to you need your radiator flushed and a new air filter, and I think, do I? Has anybody asked me about the age of my car? Has anybody asked me about the last time I had those things done? Has anybody said to me, when was the last time you had your car serviced? Do you see the difference between making that connection with somebody and asking a few questions to understand a little bit about who they are as a person? This is the foundation for sales confidence. Remembering that nobody likes to be sold, and remembering also that we are human beings. We are selling to human beings and we are buying from human beings. And when people are selling and they forget that and they think about you as just another sale, that's when selling happens and you feel like you're being sold, and that's uncomfortable for everybody. So if you're the person who's in the position who needs to do the selling or to help somebody make a purchase, let's look at it that way, right? Helping somebody make a purchase, how do you make yourself feel confident doing that? That starts with making that connection to another human being. And how would you do that in your regular life if you weren't actually trying to help someone make a purchase? You're helping people, right? When your friend asks you for help, you help them. When you meet somebody new, you ask them questions and you get to know them and you learn a little bit about them and you discover what is it that's important to this person. In a sales conversation, that's the same thing. And that's where you get your confidence from, knowing what your product or service is, knowing that really well, but more importantly, knowing how it helps people. What are the outcomes that someone can expect to receive if they purchase your product or service? And then finding out through that conversation and asking the questions, finding out if there is, in fact, a connection between your product or service and the needs that the person you're speaking to has identified. This is the beginnings of sales confidence. It is helped enormously by practicing those things. Just like anything else, we need to practice. Nobody can do all these things just by getting up out of bed and saying, yep, I can do that today. You need to practice. Preferably starting where in a safe location with a safe person who's going to help you and give you constructive comments and feedback and isn't going to actually result in the loss of a major deal. Right. So we're going to start there and then move on to working with real clients and real customers. So that's it. It's really not that hard. It's just like any other skill. You need to sort of think about what the foundation of it is. In this case, remembering that you're a human and so is the person that you're speaking to. Asking questions to really get to understand what is that person's need. Finding out if you can provide a solution for that need. And then providing that solution in an honest way that comes from a place of service. That's helping somebody buy, and that's how you get sales confidence.